What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simple Sports Hub, man, where we talk all things Washington Commanders football. Y'all already know what it is, man. We are live Fox 5, man, as we discuss and go over our 2.0 mock draft, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to go over some good, insightful draft picks, some guys that we like. It's this is all fun and collaborative efforts right here as Commanders fans, right? So we gonna talk about it. We gonna discuss it. We gonna go over it, and we gonna see how things shape up and shape out as we get to the end of the mock draft, right? We gonna go over. Give me 1 second. Let me try to pull this up real quick. So we got some stuff to talk about, fellas. And ladies and gentlemen, hopefully everybody Wednesday is going very, very well. Mine's is definitely going well. Appreciate everybody tuning in. What it do, what it do, what it do. We're gonna give it a little minute. We're gonna do a little talkity talk. Um, but yeah, man, this is the second mock draft. If y'all don't remember the first mock draft we did absolutely no trades. We didn't trade nobody. We just rocked with the 5 picks that our Washington Commanders had going into this next one. Derek Jackson, what it do, my guy? What's popping with you? Money bag with the like. Thank you so much. So again, we are dual streaming, y'all. We on TikTok and we on YouTube Live. So don't. I'm going back and forth. Matter of fact, let me fix this real quick. Ugh. Can I move this over? Uh, Let me fix this for the TikTok people. There we go. Let me shorten it up there a little bit. Oh, no. That ain't gonna work. Let's see. Did I see the color scheme for the new? Did I see the color scheme for the next year? Wow, looking real commanderish. I seen the color scheme, man. I saw the little spear and all that. Let's talk about it real quick. The spear, and a lot of people are like attaching that to the old uniforms that we used to have with the feather on the side. I don't think we'll see a feather this with these new jerseys that's going to come out for 2026. And I'm gonna say that this may be an unpopular take when it comes to jerseys, color scheme, the name, and everything that represents us as Washington fans. I'm gonna be the first one. I was all the way opting in for a full blown, redesign of the logo, the team name, the color scheme. I wish we'd have went more with a DC related color scheme. Y'all already know the DC, flag, red and white. Similar to the DC Defenders. I would have much rather seen us pay homage or pay like to where we about to relocate to, back to the city of DC. If you know, you know. And if you watch the DC Defenders, you seen them in the red, white, and with the silver trim. Like them jumps look tough. Like I think that represent the DMV very, very well. I understand the burgundy and gold. I'm burgundy and gold until the day I die. It would never go nowhere. It would never depart. I would never bad mouth the burgundy and gold. And that's what I'm saying. The burgundy and gold is getting a little out of play. Like I want some new innovative like color schemes. Like you know what I'm saying. Like the red, the white. You could have threw a black, the silver. You could have copied a little bit of what you see with the DC Defenders, just to kind of represent DC in a major way. But will that ever happen? Will that ever transpire? Nah, we probably not gonna get that. We're gonna be burgundy and go until I probably depart from this here world. And I'm fine with that. That's cool too. I'm not really that mad at it. As long as the colors, I mean the jersey designs look cool. Again, they gave away a lot of the spear, 2026 mindset when it came to the new jerseys. We saw it. If you ever went to a home game at the Commanders in Commander Stadium, they had this whole little intro going this ancient time, like heroic little, what they call it? I forgot the name of it. But with the spear and all that type of stuff. So Dr. Malika, what it do? What it do? What it do? Um, so it was like, all right, they was kind of giving us hints towards what was getting ready to transpire when it came to the new look that we are going towards. Now, how officially is going to look, we don't even know when we're going to get the announcement of the new jerseys, when we're going to see them. But y'all already know. When I know, we're going to go live and we're going to talk about it. So without further ado, Caleb Downs, the Commanders are getting user. Hey, we're going to talk about it. So in Mock Draft 2.0, Mock Draft 2.0, I just want to make this very, very known. Mock Draft 1.0, we did not do any trades. We did not trade anything. We rocked with the Anthony, what it do? What it do was popping with you. Like we did not make any trades. We went with the 5 picks that we got going into this draft, this 2026 draft. But this time, we're gonna do a little willing and dealing. We're gonna move. We're gonna look at some trade options at the 7th overall pick. Y'all already know how I feel, but I might mix it up a little bit here on 2.0. And if one of the 3 guys are there, there's a chance that I might pass up on one of the 3 guys that I like. I know Caleb Downs. I know that's the guy that everybody is screaming for in the Washington fan base. That's who they want. I'm more of a David Bailey guy. I'm more of I want to win on first and second down. We heard Devontae Jones saying that, hey, as long as we get there, that's all that matters. But we seen that happen. We seen how that transpired with the pass rush back committed we had last season and how that turned out for us, right? Now, injuries played a part of it, yes, but I'm just a firm believer in I want somebody that's going to potentially win on first and second down. That's just me, y'all. That's just me. I know a lot of people may not agree with that. They want to get Caleb Downs. They'd rather solidify the back end of our defense first and, not pass up on a generational talent like Caleb Downs. But, hey, that's who we went with in the first mock draft. So we're going to switch it up a little bit. But let's get into the start of this because I don't want to hold too much of y'all time. And I got some other stuff I need to get done too. But anywho, for about the next hour, we're going to be going through this draft. We're going to be talking about certain players. And I want y'all opinions, man. I want y'all to type in the comments if you on YouTube, if you on the TikTok app. Let me know who y'all thinking. We need a D-line. I agree with you. So we might address that. We might address that with one of the top pass rushers if they're there once we enter this draft. But I want this to be interactive. I want this to be collaborative. I want everybody to give like their opinion and we can talk about it. We can discuss who it is that we gonna rock with, who we gonna go with. I've been scouting a lot of guys. Haven't really dove 100% all the way into Dr. Malika with the Scent Heart Me. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. Thank you. So we gonna get into it. We gonna start it. For right now, the advanced settings I got for care for positional value, I got that in draft needs, even because I just think throughout a draft, the GM, they are weighing both options equally. Like, hey, do we care for what that position is at that current pick, or do we need to draft for a need that we need on our team? And randomness, I ain't really looking at randomness like that. So these are, and I'm gonna slow down the time a little bit just because we are gonna make a trade. We're probably gonna make a trade before we make the 7th pick. I don't want to go that slow. All right, yeah, we're gonna leave it that fast. All right, y'all ready? Let's get started. Let's get into it. Mock Draft 2.0. Let's go. And we only doing 6 rounds. I'm not doing 7 rounds. I haven't dived that deep into the prospects of 2026. Maybe after the combine, I'll go into the 7th round. Maybe not. But for right now, we're only going to do 6 rounds. We're not going to go into the 7th round mock draft. If y'all want to do that, y'all let me know. And mock draft 3.0, I'll add in the 7th round. And y'all going to tell me some talent because I got to look at the roster as we go further down. Appreciate everybody that's double tapping the screen. Thank y'all so much on the TikTok page. Hey, if you're new to the YouTube channel, man, please, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Also, man, click that like button so that your boy Simba can tap into that Washington Commanders algorithm a little bit more. And so I can get a little bit more exposure and gain and attract more people to this lovely page where we talk Washington Commanders. All right, let's go. Let's enter this. We already know who on the clock. Let's see what they go. Let's let's start it up. All right. So now this is like one of the reasons. Like I'm glad that the mock draft kind of played out this way because one of the 3 guys. I mean, the 3 of the guys that I want aren't there. David Bailey, Ruben Bain Jr. and Caleb Downs. They were already drafted. Who they go to? Caleb Downs went to the Cardinals. Ruben Bain went to the Jets. And where did Caleb Downs go? Why is Caleb Downs not on here? Oh, there was Caleb Downs. Oh, yeah. Jets. Cardinals, Titans. So look, we already have lost all 3 of my top picks that I want. All right. So this is a perfect scenario for your boy. Better move down at 7. J Mac for sure. And I'm glad you said that because that is what we're going to be looking at. Trading down. I think we can use Chase Young back. You're not wrong there, Derek Jackson. Do you think he would want to reunite back with us? Yep, get more draft capital here. J Mac, I like your thinking, my brother. I like your thinking, my brother. This is easy. Carnell Tate, I would trade down. Van, I'm just not too much of a fan at drafting a receiver at 7. That's just me. And this mock draft, I kind of want to will and deal some trades. So let's look at some of the trade options that they gave us and look at what we could potentially get. So right now we got 6 potential trades, right? Teams interested in the pick. You got the Los Angeles Rams. You got the Baltimore Ravens. You got Cleveland Browns. You got the Raiders. I said the Raiders already. The Baltimore Ravens. I said Raiders. My bad. The New York Giants want to come up here, but I ain't looking at nothing past 2014. So we're really going to be looking at the Rams pick and the Ravens pick 13 and 14. I'm not trying to get out of the top 15 in my humble opinion. We just say Debo in the slot, Terry, game changer. No. Carnell Tate is going to be a top premier talent. I'm not disagreeing with you in that. And there's going to be other mock drafts that we address a wide receiver as a number 1 pick. But for this one, let's try to trade back, gain more value, and see what options allows us to, fill out the roster. Because we only got 5 picks. So I did want to focus a little bit more on this one to kind of see if we can will and deal and get some of that draft capital that we put out for the Laramie Tunsil trade. That's my thoughts. Y'all, I know everybody's saying we need to pick here, but we're going to look at a trade option. We're going to look at a trade option. We need another threat in secondary with Amos. And I'm trying to keep up with the chat as well. Caleb at 3 is insane. Dom, you're not wrong. I agree with you 100%. Will you do the whole draft? I'm only doing 6 rounds. I'm not doing the whole 7th round. This draft is nobody is going to trade up. Van, that's gonna be very, very true. There's nobody worth trading up for in other teams. Well, shit, they and that could be true, y'all. I'm just only going based upon what this PFF is giving us. So they got 2 teams. Let's look at the Rams. I want to get a 2nd round pick, but there's another option for us to get a 2nd round pick. And us going to 13, we might can squeeze in a 1st and this year's 2nd, and then also dibble and dabble in some of the 2027 picks as well. I'm trying to get as much draft capital back as possible because guess what? We got a lot of holes to fill. I mean, yes, we can do a lot in free agency. I don't see us really trading. We might trade. That's going to be 3.0. 3.0, we're going to trade for a player in that mock draft. So y'all stay tuned. We need to release Debo. I don't think teams are going to be trading up this draft. It's for star role / players because, I mean, yes, that's very true. But teams that need a receiver, that want a Carnell Tate, that want a Sony Styles, a Mekhi Lemon, and they don't want to potentially compete with some of these mid-round picks and, mid-round teams, you might have to jump up to 7. You might have to jump up to 7 to get the guy that you want. And we know the rule of thumb for every draft, y'all. There's always 1 to maybe 2 teams that jump up far as hell to get the player that they want. It's been documented. It is documented in history that it's always 1 team that always... Shout out to the 1.4K likes. Thank you so much. There's always 1 team, 1 player that jumps up. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. There's always 1 team that jumps up to get the player that they want. We've seen it throughout history. It's just... And in this case, we're going to see it again. Let's see what we got. I don't believe Jeremiah Love is a superstar. Jeremiah, we're not drafting the running back. I can tell y'all right now. I'm not even going to play around with that type of dog. Browns have Keyshawn, the best rookie running back from last season. They don't need Love, gang. Nah, for sure they don't. They don't. And we know that sometimes PFF is a little and they got Dylan Simpson that they got in Texas as well. They got 2 young running backs. We got to make our pick smart. Giants might be super nice. That's true. We got to see how they put it together, though. We gotta see how they put it together. Let's see. All right, let's go. All right. I don't believe Sonny Styles is a superstar. Damn, why you don't believe Sonny Styles is a superstar? Mazino Delaney, that's a shocker pick. Your mom, you're not wrong. I'm liking his film work. No lie. David Bailey had both Luma Fano in a deep pit of darkness though. J Mac, you're not wrong there. I want to go tackle from Miami. You want who to go tackle from Miami? The Commanders? We good at tackle. You got Laramie Tunsil and Josh Conley Jr., who was drafted last year. Sony for real. All right, so let's lock into it. Let's make this trade happen. Let's see. All right, so we already know for a 7th and a 3rd round pick, the value of that trade, and to jump up that far, it's gonna be a lump-sided trade. Can we pull out a second? See, this is why I say we may not get a second, but I got something in mind that can still pull this off. We can go with a 3rd round pick, and then we can go with a late 5th. I think this is in the 5th round. 160 is in the 5th. And then we're gonna try to get a 3rd for next year. Oh shit, we might get a 2nd. No, we ain't gonna try that. We're gonna try to get a 3rd for next year, and let's try to get a 5th, right? Fuck it, can we try to? All right, I can make this work. Can we make this work? That look good to y'all right there? A weapon for Jaden isn't a bad idea. No, it's not. It's not. I would hate for Downs to go that early. And it's a possibility, y'all. It's a possibility. Too much? You don't think we can get this? Hey, say 53%. You say Rams wouldn't do that? We're not living in the reality world. This is all hypothetical. If they approve it, let's run with it. We know that I know damn well that that's not a chance in hell that they're going to give up this much for, like, they wouldn't give us, like this is the most they'll probably give up. But that's not a significant jump from 13 to 7, but you still, the value got to equal out. The value definitely got to equal out regardless of what we say or not. Like, the value is the value. They go about a value system. They're not, we just can't say, oh yeah, give us a 3rd and a 1st and we'll trade our 1st to y'all. Nah, you're gonna get probably a little bit more for jumping up to the top 10. Why aren't more Commander fans pushing for a wide receiver? Just because there's potential free agents out there that you can, a lot of people talking about Alec Pierce, Romeo Doubs. And this is a very far chance of this ever happen. George Pickens being a free agent. Could be a trade. Could be a trade for a receiver. So, and again, y'all, this is draft 2.0. I'm not saying that the next couple of mock drafts that I do, we're not going to address the wide receiver position. There's a chance that we will. There's a chance that I say, hey, screw all the free agents, potential free agents that we can go or trade for in the off season. And we might take a Carnell Tate. I'm just saying for this one right here, I want to do a little bit more trading back to get more value. That's my thought process for this one. That's where I kind of want to go with it. I think Sony is pretty dominant in spot drop coverage and chasing, but you might be onto something. I don't see it other than them playing safety at one point and then coming to play linebacker. No, I believe you, Van. This is all hypothetical, bro. I know damn well that this shit ain't happening. Shout out to the 2K likes. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate it. I know that they're not going to give up all of that. Like, literally, you'll probably get those 2 picks and maybe a 4th next year or a 5th, realistically. But, shit, if I can get more draft capital and I can get that with it, why not take it right here? Why not? And we can pull this trade off right here. There's always one fool in each draft every year. We go throughout every draft, y'all. And Van, and be honest with me, Van. Every year we go throughout the draft, we see a crazy trade that we all like, y'all gave up that much for that? Like, y'all gave up that much value to get up to that position and draft that player? Come on, man. We see it all throughout the draft. So that's why I say I agree with you. I don't think they're going to ever give up this much draft capital to move up to 7. But fuck it. Trade accepted, my nigga. Trade accepted, my guy. So let's see where we land at and see what goes on right here. All right. So we still got some good talent right here. And a lot of people are like, nah, bro, you traded back too far. Nah, man, why would you do that, man? Nah, we gave up. We missed out on this, and this. Hey, y'all, it's still a hella amount of talent right here. It's still some good talent that you can get. I see one or two guys right now that I'm. All right, so we got Francis. I'm not going to try to butcher his last name. Jamar McCoy. We already know that he's coming off a major injury. We don't even know if he'll be ready by the beginning of the season. I like Arvell better than Sony because he's a pure outside rusher. That's true. Who did the Cowboys take? Cowboys took Keldrick Faulk. Miami took Cassius Howell. And that was a surprise right there. And this is another surprise. Like, why is the Bengals taking Mekhi Lemon? Like, come on, man. Y'all know y'all not going to use Mekhi. Y'all don't even need him. Y'all got Tate and Higgins. I mean, I said Tate. Jamar Chase and Higgins. Which was crazy. Like, why would y'all draft him? But this is PFF, y'all. If y'all know, well, I'm signed up for PFF, so we're gonna use this. We're gonna use this. You got Avion Terrell. We already know his brother played in the league with the with the Falcons. Played what? Van never played. Okay. All right. Let's look at this. What we got right here, man? Who are y'all thinking that we should take with the 13th pick? We traded back. We got some draft capital. We got some draft capital. There's still some decent talent up here. You got, and for those that say, a lot of people shitting on Denzel Boston. I know everybody say Carnell Tate, but there's some sneaky talent guys in here. He's shown that he can, create separation. A wide catch range. Like, he can catch the ball. He can take the top off the defense. He can win the one-on-one battles. Contested catch rate is in the damn near almost the 80s. So drop rate is at 3%. This is a guy, true, but I'm saying he's like lined out and outside linebacker a lot more. Now, I'm talking about Arvell Reese and Sony Styles. Arvell Reese is probably more of a utility knife at linebacker. He can pass rush. He can play downhill, and he can, and he can get back in coverage a little bit. He ain't the best at it, but he can still drop him back in pass coverage. He's primarily going to be used as a rusher, I think. With Sony Styles is more of a coverage linebacker that can get downhill, and he's going to be a good run stopper. So it's just now it falls into who you like more or what your team needs more at that linebacker position. Do you need a more middle linebacker, inside middle linebacker, or outside middle linebacker? But you're not going wrong with either guy. You're not gonna go wrong with either guy. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm a little distraught right now because the guys that I was anticipating to be here, but this makes you have to will and deal. This makes you have to look at some of these guys at what you've seen them do years prior. Like, again, we didn't see Gerard McCoy. He got hurt, and that's probably one of the guys that we should look at taking. We're not looking at the tackle position. We're looking at Denzel Boston. Denzel Boston and McCoy are the top two guys right here. You got a Jordan Tice who, shook the league a little bit. This is another potential receiver that we can, and being talked about is probably like the top guy. But man, they will stuff and drop spot, playing banjo coverage, highness, blitzer is good. You like Jordan Tice, man? I like Jordan Tice too, man. So this might be the one that we go after a receiver for. But before we do that, I want to try to will another trade, y'all. Like I told y'all, I want to try to get up in that second round, potential second round. I mean, I can't remember the numbers and how the picks go. I want to try to we got a late second. Let's try to see if we can get that mid tier. Let's try to get with these Jets. So if I will and deal that for that, they don't want that. All right, so we ain't gonna trade. We're gonna stick where we at. We're in the second round already. Let's try to play. I think this one is gonna be Jordan Tice right here, y'all. Y'all in agreement? Everybody say aye. Everybody say aye. Jordan Tice, Denzel Boston, or McCoy. Do we want to take the chance on McCoy potentially not being ready to play? We saw this in what's the cornerback that played for the Cardinals right now that got drafted out of Michigan, who they didn't know, but he came in and played. He was ready to go. I'll go Woods too. Oh yeah, Peter Woods, interior D lineman. There is some chances and talks about us not giving an extension to Daron Payne, which may lead to us trading him or releasing him. Who knows? But can he play up? Can he play on the defensive line outside of interior D lineman? Can he rush the pass on the outside? We don't know. We got to see with Daronte. I go Woods too, but that's just me. So we're looking at Woods. I think Commander should go Dylan Theismann out of for the Oregon Ducks. In my opinion, he's like 1A, 1B receiver. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm probably leaning more towards the Jordan Tyson draft pick, cause I think that the interior D line with Javon Kinlaw or Payne, as our roster is constructed with Johnny Newton right now, going another interior D lineman, just for me, I would want to wait. Will Johnson, appreciate you, East Street Banger. What it do, Brody? This might be a Tyson page right here. My bad. This might be a Tyson pick right here, y'all. But he got drafted in the 3rd round, East Street Bangers. That's a 3rd round pick versus a, top 15 pick. Top 15, you got to be ready to play. Even Johnson, who went, to the Cardinals, that was what, like in the 20s or late teens? If I'm Commanders, he'll be our twitchiest D-line player immediately. Not really asking him to play 5 technique outside. Yeah, that's true too. I watched it live for 300 minutes. Appreciate you. Shout out to Dr. Malika, man, for always supporting your boy Simba, man. Appreciate it, Doctor. Dr. Malika. Y'all give Dr. Malika some shouts out, man, for watching those 300 minutes. I trade down and try to get 2 firsts this year. Oh, shit. Let's look at that. Can we trade down again? Y'all want to trade down? What y'all want to go? Like to the 20s, the early 20s, late Panthers. I'm not trading with no Dallas Cowboys. Fuck them. Let's see. They don't want to trade up. You also still gotta. I'm not giving up no draft capital to force the trade. Hell no. So you either got one fuck with us or 2 tears in the bucket. The Panthers. They're not interested. Nobody's interested. I'll go with Peters and then O-line in the first. Get Jaden a weapon. Depends on what we do in free agency. And that's why I say this is all post free agency. So we're going to go with what we see and what we like right now, right? Shout out to Dr. Malika with the sent roses. Appreciate the support. We're going Jordan Tyson. Let's rock with it. Some talent gone, boy. God damn, this is why I wanted to trade up again. But fuck it. We are what we are. All right. Now, the guy that I want is already standing out to me, and that's going to be Derek Moore, because I still think we need to get a pass rusher right here. I think we still need to add somebody that can win first and second down. What's good, bro? Same shit, different day. Shout out to you, Brody. Hopefully you're not working too hard. Y'all don't like Coleman or Chris Paul at guard. I like Chris Paul at guard, but we seen a reduction in Brandon Coleman. He became more of a reliever if somebody got hurt versus a starter. Is he a starter? Is he better? Did he need time to adjust to playing the guard position after playing tackle his rookie year? Who knows? So right now that's a little bit up in the air as far as who we are going to go with at the guard position. But only time will tell. Only time will tell what we do at the guard role. Derek, effing bring him home. J Matt, I'm glad you are. Yes, sir. I'm with you, my dog. I'm a Derek Moore guy. And I think pass rusher is something that we desperately need. And then we can look at the other positions as we get a little bit. Look at safety. We can look at a lot of these other roles. Give me 1 second. All right. So we went Derek Moore so far, and we went Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson at receiver. We addressed the offense a little bit. Now we're addressing the defense with pass rusher. Josh Trotter, good at linebacker, but he might be undersized. And I think we won't be good. I think this free agency, and these are all hypotheticals, y'all. I'm not saying that 100% that it's going to happen, but I think that we might be going after one of those top guys, and whether it may be Devin Lloyd or it may be Quay Walker. Quay Walker from the Packers or Devin Lloyd out of the Jaguars. I think that may be the replacement for Bobby Wagner. I think that's who we may be attacking in the, Danny from Penn State. Hey, he's a sleeper. Van, he is a sleeper. I like Danny. I fuck with Danny film a lot. We watched Danny with Derek Moore. Both great options. Nah, I'm not mad at the if we would have went Danny over that. So my apologies. Your what's the name came through a little late. All right. We got center, corner, tight end. Do y'all think we need to go tight end in this draft, or are we going to get a guy like Kyle Pitts or Isaiah Likely? Good afternoon, Jets fans here. Any interest in moving up to the second pick? What player would you target, and what compensation would you be willing to give up? Thanks. Shout out to you, Boomtime on TikTok. I mean on YouTube. Do we trade up to the second overall pick? Like initially, I'm gonna say no, because even though I want a guy like David Bailey or Ruben Bain, I'm not, because we only have 5 picks this year. I'm not willing to give up the draft capital that we do have for 2026 and potential draft capital for 2027. We need to get young as possible. So giving up draft capital for us is a little bit dangerous, I would say. We can't get younger by, trading, for picks and giving up more draft capital. So we're going to be losing draft capital. So I don't think that we'll make that trade. In the world, if we had to trade up, it'll have to be somewhere even between a first, next year's first, and like a third or something like that this year to make that deal happen to jump up to the number 2 overall. But I got PTSD too. We traded up for RG3 and gave up 3 first-round picks. I ain't doing that shit no more. Just me saying. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Now in Madden or something, if it was like I ain't gonna lie. If it was like if we go back to like the Michael Parsons draft and and we had that opportunity, hell yeah, I might give up that type of trade value. I ain't gonna lie. Say no, I'm not giving up that. I worry about stopping the run later. Nah, for sure. Commanders finished dead last in sacks and pressure. That's why I had to get a pass rusher. We need somebody that can win on first and second down. And my philosophy is, I hear a lot of people say that we can just send multiple pass rushers and still create pressure. We tried to do that last year. We tried to have a pass rush by committee. That shit did not look good. So going with a guy like Caleb Downs or going with a safety first over a pass rusher, even though we went wide receiver, that's because how it played out on PFF. Right now we had to go wide receiver, but to not address your pass rush, position on defense and try to win some of those early downs and, even some of those big key third downs and put pressure on the quarterback. Man, I done seen the worst quarterbacks like a Geno Smith have time against us and compete passes. Not saying that he played the best of game last year against us, but nah. No way JJ McCarthy was supposed to pick us apart like that. But because he had so much fucking time in the pocket, I could have probably stood back there and read the motherfuckers that was getting open and made a play after 5 seconds. So we get a guy like Caleb Downs, but we don't address the pass rush position. How long do y'all expect a guy like Caleb Downs to cover a tight end, a receiver, or a running back? You can only cover but for so long. And especially in the NFL, you can't touch receivers. You can't touch, as a defender, you can't touch nobody on offense. So you can't hold, because that shit get called on us. That won't get called on us a lot. So if Michael Trigg is dead, that's the pick. Tell me about it, bro. We made Drake May look like prime Tom. And that's true. That's true. The more time you got back there to pick off a defense, any quarterback, I don't give a fuck if you're a rookie or you're a backup, you're going to find a receiver at some point if you got more than 5 seconds to throw the ball. So I'm a firm believer in addressing, the pass rush first, and then we can work on our secondary. So right where we at right now, and that's what. So I heard Michael Trigg name pop up, and there is a need for a tight end with Zach Ertz, coming back off an injury, and chances of us not signing him back. So do we go tight end here? Do we go Dylan Everett? I'm a Georgia fan. Die-hard Georgia fan, but this scares me. When man is called, I don't like him to answer. When man is called, I don't like Everett to answer. I'm just saying, y'all. I don't like him to cover and man coverage. J-Mac with the times 8 roses. Thank you so much, J-Mac. Appreciate you, my guy. You love Jack Slater here. And that's hey, I'm glad you brought up Jack Slater, man. Slaughter, whatever his last name is. Are y'all as Commanders fans happy with our current center and Biotish? I looked at Bioti's game, man, and I seen a lot of times when that interior rush, my man could not hold his own weight. He could not hold his own weight, y'all. He really could not. He really could not hold his own. I don't know what it was. I don't know if he was just battling an injury. He couldn't really. He didn't do a real good job at sealing the edge. So ah, and I know a lot of people like Biota's game. I'm just not a huge. I'm looking at who's going to be our next center. But is that center taken in the third round? Because I believe if you take a guy like Jake, you're playing him right now. Like he's coming in to start. Seeing our third round pick sitting behind Biotish, yeah, that's cool because it's not a desperate need because Biotish is going to be our guy. But I don't know, man. Do we? Ugh, ugh. But let's look down the list, man. You got Jacob Rodriguez. Are we okay at linebacker? Kyle Lewis out of Pitt. Danny right here still. You got Justin Jolly out of North Carolina State. I hear Michael Trigg. I hear a lot of good things about Slim. Is he the next guy that's going to take over for Zach Ertz? Is he going to be our receiving tight end that we need? I think it's a very telling year for TB. A lot of times JD got pressured. It was through the middle of the line. Nah, for sure. I agree with you 100%. Why can't B. Coleman be our center? Young, athletic, not costing you anything. Can he transition to center? I know he's played a lot through up and down the line. You say Trigg not it? Claire is better. Max Claire had he dropped a bomb. He didn't have a good Senior Bowl. In practice, in the game, he dropped some passes that could have, and I'm not judging heavily because of the Senior Bowl. I'm just saying I like Max Claire as well, but man, that Senior Bowl outing did not look the best. Yeah, he had a little bit of a bad year, and it's cool. His climb, reach, movement stuff is awesome. For Jake, I would think there would be an instant upgrade on both run and pass. I like the Jake pick, man, but are y'all ready for us to be starting a rookie center with us having so much to prove going into year 3 with JD? I mean, he's a redshirt senior, so oh man, this one a little bit tough. Do we go cornerback here? I'm telling you right now, he's 5'10". I'm good. We already got Mike Sanderstill. I'm good there. Trade options. You got the Kansas City Chiefs that want to trade up so we'll drop to 74. Let's look at this right here. Let's entertain this trade potential. Can we get a 5th round for him for this pick? Nope, no 4th. All right. I'll take a 5th. Would y'all take the 74th and the 5th round pick next year? LSU has to be it. Let's see what we got. Say Youngin out of LSU. That's a quarterback. What player are you talking about out of LSU? Oh, the cornerback, Delaney or Manier or Manure or some shit like that. Yeah, he's gone. He's already gone. I might entertain this trade right here, y'all. Let's do a 4th for next year, 5th. And then we're going to trade back and see what we can get. Again, like I told you, I'm trying to get as much draft capital as I can for next year as well. Because that group is going to be just as talented. Wait, what the fuck did I just trade? Did I fuck up? I think I fucked up. Y'all. I didn't sim the rest of the draft, did I? What the fuck did they draft for me? Oh, I gave up my 3rd. I'm not dumbass. I can't redo on here, y'all. My bad. I fucked up. Moving too fast. All right, we got Julian Neal here. We got another safety in Jalen Stroman. If you know, you know. You got Jacoby Lane. You got Levon Moss. My bad, y'all. I made a little mistake. I thought I took the 74th pick, but that's on me. That's my bad. You got Trey Moore. You got Mike Washington. Looking for somebody to pair with Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. This is a nice, talented guy right here. He got the size to be a power guy, and he got home run speed. 6'2", 228. If you know, you know. Go watch his tape. Slim can run that pill. You got Harold Parkinson right here. You got Pat Coogan out of Indiana. I really like his game as a center. Lane the pick. I promise you. But we already got Jordan Tice. You mean to go back-to-back receiver? I don't think we can afford to go back-to-back receiver. You got Jalen Kilgore, who is a hybrid. I think he may transition into a safety. Yeah, next year draft going to be nice too. Appreciate the 6K likes, man. Thank y'all so much. So it's and I like Julian Neal's game. 6'2", rangy cornerback. Had a pretty decent man coverage. Good in run defense, run fit, decent in zone coverage grade, 76. I'm thinking we need to get a cornerback right here too to fill out the cornerback room. We're definitely going to need that. But I also like Jalen Stroman as well. I like Jalen Stroman at safety, y'all. I'm not going to kill with you. Because a lot of people want Quan Martin gone, right? A lot of people want Quan Martin gone. A lot of people want to get rid of Quan. I know a lot of people is done with the Quan game. He was solid in the Senior Bowl. Yeah, Julian Neal. We're going to go Julian Neal right here, y'all. Boom. Ted Hurst. Had a phenomenal Senior Bowl. 6'3", 195. Phenomenal Senior Bowl. For those guys that say we need to go guard, you got Kobe Baines. I'm not a big Jaden Roberts guy. Here go another tight end, Tanner Kozo. I'm not going to butcher his last name either. If we need to get another pass rusher who had amazing Senior Bowl as well. A lot of people were talking about Malachi Lawrence out of UCF. If we wanted to double up on pass rushers, we got a corner. Cole Winniski had a bright showing out. You know, they don't know if he's going to be a safety or they're going to move him down into the interior side as a linebacker, unless Jones can get the best out of him. For who? For Julian Neal? Hey, man, if we can get some pass rush and we can get somebody to get to that quarterback, yeah, we'll be all right. We'll definitely be all right. Tanner 6'7". Again, I always preach. He had a little bit of a down year from last year. But I always say this. You cannot coach height and you cannot coach speed. So you got a guy that's 6'7", 250. And I seen him play at Houston. I seen him play. Slim can make some shit happen. Y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like I seen Youngin, you know, have a couple of nice little games, a couple of nice little catches, contested catches, a nice, you know, he can move down the field. You said Ben not it. Ben Sinnott not it. Yeah. I don't know, man. He ain't get a lot of. He's slow, Ben. Oh, you talking about Tanner? Yeah, Tanner is definitely slow. Don't get me wrong. But he's gonna be. He said, "Who's 6'7"? Tanner." You didn't see Tanner? Tanner is slow. So was Zach Ertz. But guess what? In short and distance, and his catch radius was a big target for JD5. I ain't looking for nobody to burn. I ain't looking for a tight end to burn a nigga down the field. Can you win one-on-one in that short intermediate? We seen Jason Witten do it. It's a lot of tight ends that's able to create separation in that short to intermediate, you know, area of the football field. I ain't looking for him to take the top off the defense. Can he be a big target for JD5 for check downs, out routes, comeback routes in the middle of the field, drag route? Like, can he run those routes and win? Can that catch radius, if JD put that ball out there, can he catch? That's all I need. Can he catch the ball? I ain't looking at Zach Ertz made a field day with running intermediate routes. He never, and I'm talking about when we had, I'm not saying in his whole career, but looking at a guy like that, you can't really like just say, nah, he's slow. Yeah, he ain't got to be fast. Can he win? Can he win his matchups against linebackers and safeties? 6'7", and in the red zone, that little out and in route, that out route, and cut back inside, that Zach Ertz made famous for JD5. Yeah, I'm throwing it to the 6'7" target. Look at Dallas. A lot of yeah, you're gonna run into your guys that Vernon Davises and Kyle Pitts, and yeah, those the anomalies. Like those like the damn to get a nigga like that's y'all tough. But I need somebody that's gonna be consistent. And that's what I seen from Tanner. He can create opportunities for your quarterback in short to intermediate and to medium range of route running, and he got a major catch radius. A high ball ain't shit for him. He can let me get that. But let's look at other options, y'all. Y'all don't seem to be too high on my man Tanner. I don't like Miles. I ain't too big on him as a receiver. So, are we going to a guy like Kobe Baines? Now that 6'4", 315, body frame, is that going to be good for an interior lineman? Jaden Roberts, I think he got the prototypical size that we're looking for. That down running heel, just lay your body on a D lineman type of blocking. But is he good in the trenches, y'all? I didn't see a lot from Jaden. I that's just me watching him at being a, I'm not hating on him because he was an Alabama, player, but I just didn't see nothing that damn, I fuck with his game. He all right. You okay with BTA? He is a plus in the run game. Is he a plus in the run? Roberts. Let's see. Run block, he was a 62.6. He's actually a better pass blocker than he is I'm a run blocker. My bad, y'all. I gotta move my leg a little bit. It's still got it in the brace. I still got it in the brace. Takario Davis, who played at Arizona, don't test well, but again, you can't teach height and you can't teach speed. Can you teach him how to play the cornerback position, though? Can you teach him how to be in the way? Yeah, this shit is bad. Yeah, that's bad. He ain't even that good in zone coverage. Yeah, we ain't looking at that right now. Cole Winsky, or are we going Kobe Baines or Malachi Lawrence, who tested who had a very good 6'4", 250. He can definitely help out the pass rush room. I think we need so much help at pass rusher. Just better than who we got. Who is that you talking about? Who BTA? Who is BTA? Con Life? Cole Takari or Jaden Roberts. Man, what do we got so far? We got a quarterback. We need a safety. Derek Moore and Jordan Tyson, y'all. This is who we got. And your boy messed up with one of the trades. That's on me. I take full responsibilities for that. We'll get better in 3.0, y'all. This is my first time doing mock drafts. Y'all gotta bear with me. But let's see who we got. Shout out to the 8.7K likes on the TikTok. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate it. I think we're gonna go. I'm gonna double up on pass rusher, y'all. Y'all can get mad at me all y'all want. I'm going pass rusher. I'm going pass rusher. Fuck that. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I like Cole Tate. I like what Cole can do. He can definitely be a box safety. I gotta see what his 40 gonna be. Nah, the more the merrier. Yes, sir. Because it's a lot of pending free agency that we gonna get. Bishop Fitzgerald tested like his grades are off from a coverage standpoint, but he only 5'11", 205. Not saying that's bad, but you got a guy like Bishop Fitzgerald who can play in the box, who can cover a little bit. Not a bad safety for USC. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about him. I think he had a little decent little Senior Bowl as well. So for me, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Cole Wisniewski, who is he give you that 6'4", 6'3" body frame, 6'4" body frame, 220. Can y'all rock with a guy 6'4", 220 at safety, box safety, good on the run, a decent coverage. 80 is not bad, y'all. Oh my bad. 80 not bad. I'm thinking we going Cole, y'all. Y'all let me know. Put a one in the chat if y'all saying, man, let's go ahead and rock with Cole at the last with our last pick. I'm already telling y'all I'm going Cole. One, you fuck with it life, my man, my man, my man. Appreciate you. I'm going with Cole. Let's go with Cole, y'all. We fucking with Cole. You can't teach height. And if you run anywhere in the 4.5s, I don't care if it's, a 4.56. Yeah. I'm fucking with it. Oh, they did not like that. I mean, B plus ain't bad, y'all. All right, let's look what we got, man. We got a A- in the overall grade. We went with Jordan. We traded back, got some more draft capital, got some picks for next year, got some picks for this year. And then we made two trades. We ended up getting some 2027 picks. So right now, looking at it with the picks that we did trade, we got three third rounders for next year, y'all. You can will and deal those 3 rounds and jump up to a first and jump up to a second. So you can definitely make that shit shake. You can make it happen, Captain. You can make it happen. Malachi Lawrence. So we went back to back. We went 2 pass rushers. We went with a cornerback. Now I know everybody's talking about Tyreek Woolen, out of Seattle, bringing him over here. But again, I'm thinking about what we don't have currently. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why, y'all. But as you guys can see, and then we went Cole Wisniewski. I want to draft him just to hear how. I want to draft him and hear how everybody pronounces the last name. Y'all know how some people get offensive about their name, so I apologize. I don't want to mess up your name, brother, but it's a little hard to pronounce. Hey man, we got a good grade here for mock draft 2.0. We made some trades. Again, we are going to continue to do this leading up to free agency. We're going to continue to do this leading up to the draft. Free agency is probably going to be the shape of how we really attack the mock drafts, because who we sign in free agency is going to let us know what our true draft needs going into the draft, y'all. So 3.0, 4.0, we're going to make some trades for players and see how that works. I got a guy already in mind that I'm willing to trade for. But, hey, I didn't want to go Jordan Tyson, but he was the best on the board for me. I wanted to go a defensive player, but the guys that I want was taken off the board already. But I feel like we did a good job. I think that we would have addressed some of these other positions of need in the free agency. And, hey, you can't be an A-, y'all. Y'all let me know how y'all guys feel, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all for getting me the 10K likes on TikTok. Thank y'all so much. Everybody that's tuned in to the live chat on YouTube, if you can, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, this is your boy Simba Sports Hub, man, where your boy talks all things Washington Commanders football. And I would love it if you subscribe to the channel, man. Thank you so much. To my TikTok family, y'all already know, man, if you're new to the channel, hit that follow button. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everybody that tuned in and gave their input. This is not it. Y'all want to see me for 3.0 next week. I'm going to try to do it again on Wednesday. But until then, man, y'all stay safe out there. I catch y'all on the next one, baby. Race hell. I'm up out of here. Bad, I was doing my live. What's going on?